In this video, we will go through a GOATA 102 flow. To get started, we'll start with a child rocker position, hands under the shoulders, toes together, heels away, pressing the tops of the feet down into the ground. Now from this position, you can rock forward and back, but I also recommend finding a neutral position for your pelvis and lower back. You don't want to be too arched in the lower back or too rounded. Same with the shoulders. Once you find neutral, pick your hands up off the mat, and we're going to cook. This is a lot of isometrics for the lower back and the hips, which will help to build connective tissue. By increasing the amount of connective tissue, we will reduce the chances of injury. And start to rock up and back, sitting your hips back, maintaining a neutral pelvis, chest up, eyes forward. Focus on maintaining your breath throughout this flow. And step up with your right leg, still pressing the top of your foot down into the ground. And we'll come forward, tuck the tail under. You get a bit more of a stretch, concentrated on the front of that left hip. And try to slow down your breathing. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, extending the exhale. Try to get a little bit deeper. Then contract the hip flexors on the front of the hip and pull yourself back. Contract the glute to push yourself forward. Your right leg is really just there as a kickstand. Look to do the majority of the work with your left hip. And switch sides. Again, we'll start by tucking the tail, pressing the top of your foot down into the ground, and pushing forward into a position of stretch. Extend the exhale. Slow down your breathing. You can even add short breath holds, about 3 to 5 seconds at a time, which will allow carbon dioxide to build up in your blood and in your lungs, relax your nervous system, dilate your blood vessels, and contract the hip flexors on the front of the right hip and pull yourself back. Push forward using your glutes. Left foot is just there as a kickstand. After this, we're going to move back into our good morning. Legs underneath you, turn to the right side, concentrating that pressure in the right hip. Again, you want to maintain a neutral pelvis, not arching the back or rounding it. Chest up, eyes forward. And turn to the other side. Press the tops of your feet down into the ground. Chest up, eyes forward. And back to the right side, and this time begin to rock. Maintaining that relationship between the spine and the pelvis, just moving at the hips. and switch sides. If you need a break at any point, you can come back to your child rocker position or sit back on your heels. Child rockers are great. Keep the movement going. Sitting back on your heels is good to stretch out the tops of the feet. We'll come back up to our half kneeling lunge. You can stretch if you need more stretch, or rock forward and back using the muscles of the hip to push yourself forward and pull yourself back. The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And switch sides. You can press the tops of your feet down into the ground, or you can tuck the toes and stretch the bottoms of your feet. It all depends on what your body needs and where you are in your journey. Come back to our good morning, straight down the center. Rocking up and down. Maintaining the breath in and out through the nose. And we'll rock from side to side. Coming up on either side, down through the middle. So the motion begins to resemble a run, at least from the hips up. Pause on one side and hold. To the other side and hold. The other side, and go side to side. Maintaining a neutral pelvis. For a lot of people that means tilting back. We'll take a bit of a break. And some child rockers. You can tuck the toes or press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Just rock forward and back. Allow the blood flow to return to your lower back and hips. And from here we'll move into a bow hip stretch on the right side. Left knee behind the right knee. You can rock forward and back. Just take a little bit of a break. And switch sides. And step up with your right leg. Come back into that stretch for the hip. Breathe into the hip. Try to use your breath to relax the muscles. Begin to rock forward and back. And switch sides. Starting with a stretch, see if you can get a little bit deeper than you were earlier. Roll the hips back, tuck your tail under, and use the muscles of that hip to pull yourself back and push yourself forward. We'll come back to our good morning rocker and just hold an isometric here right down the center. Find that neutral position for the pelvis, chest up, eyes forward. If you want, you can add a little bit of shoulder exercise. The shoulder circles going back. And forward. And hands behind the ears, bring the elbows together and the shoulder blades. Elbows together in the front, shoulder blades in the back. Begin to rock from side to side. Turning your chest from knee to knee, coming down in the middle, up on the side. And pick your least favorite side and let that side cook. It can be helpful to record yourself doing these exercises so you can see where your pelvis is and if you're able to maintain good posture. And switch sides. Or to watch yourself in a mirror. Or contact a GOATA coach, personal trainer, or a friend who knows what they're looking at. And back to side to side. Maintain your breath in and out through the nose, extending the exhale, allowing the CO2 and the urge to breathe to build up. If this is too easy for you, you can add a weight, whether that be dumbbells, a kettlebell, weight plate, a rock. Weight is weight. Pick a side and pause. Switch sides and pause. Back to center and pause. And step up with your right leg. Rock forward and back. As we start to wind down. Using the muscles of your left hip to pull yourself back and push yourself forward. Using your right leg as a kickstand, there for balance, not for movement. And switch sides. That was a GOATA 102 flow. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your energy. I hope you found this video helpful.